Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy announced today he will leave Congress at the end of the year. McCarthy's announcement came in an op-ed at the Wall Street Journal. Talked about his historically slim majority down to a 2-vote margin, that is to say, with McCarthy's absence. McCarthy had been a member of Congress for the last 17 years and was the first person ever ousted from the position of House Speaker. That happened just a little while ago.
Hey there, guys. Welcome to the channel. So I'm sure you guys are all aware, but if you're not, you should know that Kevin McCarthy is taking his ball and he's going home. Even with as thin as the Republican majority is, even before he retires, and with everything that's going on, with everything, you know, as important as the next year is going to be for battling completely out of control, woke liberal agenda, he's decided if he can't run the place, and he'd basically rather burn it down, and he's going to retire. And he won't even fulfill the rest of the term that his voters elected him to serve. At the end of the year, he's done. So obviously, if you ask me, the man is not a true believer.
That's a wrap.
That is indeed a wrap. This is Matt Gaetz. We are live on Firebrand, broadcasting from room 2021 of the Rayburn House Office Building here at the Capitol Complex on Washington, D.C. And that was former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy announcing his intention to leave the Congress, to quit at the end of the year. You'll remember back in January, Kevin McCarthy said, "It's not how you start, it's how you finish," and it appears he is indeed finished. This announcement from Speaker McCarthy coming the day after his top lieutenant, Patrick McHenry, announced his retirement from the Congress. The key difference is that McHenry seems to be indicating a willingness to serve out the entire term that his voters elected him to. Kevin McCarthy, in turn, saying if he cannot run the place and be Speaker, then he will leave. So there is an establishment exodus from the United States Republican Conference, and it's my hope that we backfill these establishment, lobbyist-drawn entities with folks who are willing to fight for the America First agenda, to reduce wars, to get out of these bad trade deals, and to stop the illegal immigration that is overrunning our country. And we have to provide a check on the Biden administration that continues to spend us into oblivion and to more debt, and to defang this weaponized government that's been turned against our fellow Americans. Kevin McCarthy was not useful in that fight. In many ways, he inhibited it, and now he is leaving. But there is a very real math problem that we are confronted with for this departure, for all of the self-congratulatory videos that Kevin McCarthy may make. Him leaving, his unwillingness to stay and vote for even the most basic of Republican priorities, may imperil our ability to get the job done. So here's the math. We have a 4-seat majority that we were elected to, errantly, foolishly, in violation of precedent and due process. We made the decision to expel George Santos. Now, most Republicans in the conference voted against expelling Santos, but enough voted with the errant ethics committee that he is now gone. That takes 4 down to 3. Now McCarthy is saying he's leaving at the end of the year. Takes us down to 2. And then Bill Johnson, the Republican from Ohio, has indicated that he is taking the university presidency at Youngstown State. That will leave us with a 1-seat majority. Sure hope everyone eats their veggies, stays healthy over the break. Otherwise, this thing could tip the balance to the Democrats. Now, there has been some commentary on social media that I am to blame, that it's my fault that Kevin McCarthy is quitting and leaving early. I don't know anyone else who would just say, well, if I can't run the place, I'm going to leave. Nancy Pelosi, for all her flaws, and there are many, she at least stuck around. She didn't hurt her team by saying, well, if I can't be the quarterback, I'm just going to take the ball and go home. That seems to be what we're getting from Kevin McCarthy. This is not an act of patriotism or moving on to the next fight. It is an act of abject selfishness, and it is revealing that if Kevin McCarthy can't swing the gavel and be in charge and make the decisions, that he's not willing to be a team player. For all the criticism I've received about not being a team player, I'm here. I'm doing the work. I'm taking votes. And the Republican establishment might not like how I vote all the time, but I'm not facilitating a path to hand power to the Democrats. That would be more in line with what we see from the former speaker who is on his way out the door.
Yeah, I mean, you guys see that. He lays it down pretty well. It has never, ever been more important to stop the liberal agenda. We're really, really running out of opportunities. I almost feel like a crazy person even thinking that it's possible anymore. But Kevin McCarthy's quitting, and Matt Gaetz is completely correct. Pelosi is still around, proving that she is a true believer. Obviously we don't agree with basically anything that she believes. And, I can't imagine ever believing what she believes, but she does apparently believe what she believes, and she proves that she believes in it. She has stuck around. She is still doing her job. And I think it's safe to say that Kevin McCarthy, he does not have that quality. He doesn't have even a little bit of that quality. And that's a shame, man. I always believed that the guy was a RINO. That was pretty evident, but I never ever recognized how selfish and self-serving the guy really was. Anyway, that's just my take, guys. Let me know yours in the comments. And if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. It really does help us to continue to grow. We'll see you in the next one.